and we recently announced our next major collaboration with Ray Higdon, and that was super exciting because Ray is the best in the world at helping network marketers start conversations, present, follow up, and close on social media. And soon, Ray's expertise is going to be built into my AI. So just imagine having Ray by your side in any sales situation, right? He's like right here, right by your side. Imagine the confidence that that would give to you, helping you turn friendly conversations into business opportunities, which is what we all want, right? Giving you the perfect words to invite your prospect to a presentation, coaching you to overcome any objection, telling you exactly what to say to follow up without seeming desperate, right? So you can close with confidence. Well, today we have a special treat for you. I am so excited about this. We're going to get to see a bit of this in action. And for that, I'm going to turn it back on over to you, Justin.
Thanks. So I told you that what we did with our, with this Nowsite support chatbot was just the proof of concept. So now you're going to see another way that we're immediately putting it to use. Okay, and that is through this Ray bot. Okay, we're building I think the most incredible sales tool I've ever seen. Okay, it is the most incredible sales tool I've ever seen. No matter what, what we've done, as Cheryl said, we partnered with Ray Higdon on this, and we spent hours interviewing him. And we also took a bunch of, books, videos, trainings that he's done. And we have trained a dedicated bot on, his strategies, his techniques, his tactics. And again, the beautiful thing about this is no matter what your business is, because this is real intelligence, right? It's not going to just regurgitate some stock answer. It's going to learn everything that we teach it, right? And then you're going to be able to throw any kind of conversation that you're having, maybe over Messenger, over email, whatever, with a prospect, and this Ray bot will tell you exactly what to say, and it's amazing, right? It's like having Ray sitting right beside you, helping you reply. So we're not done. I'm going to show you a very ugly behind the scenes look at this, but honestly, and I don't know. I'm not sure Cheryl and Adrian thought this is such a good idea, but I don't care. It's fine. It'll be it's still early. So don't, like, if it says something wacky, all right, don't hold me, too accountable for it, because this isn't the final thing. But I was excited and I wanted to show you guys. All right, so bear with me. We'll cross our fingers. But in what we've been seeing, it is really good, like really, really good. So I'll share my screen. Adrian, did you want to comment?
So here's, and Justin hit the nail on the head, right? This thing is ugly because this is like the behind the scenes version of this. So don't worry about that. But here's what I want you to watch for, and I'll kind of highlight this, right? We spent like hours with Ray talking about different concepts, and hours is a lot of time, but in the scheme of things, it's no time in a way, right? So this thing has to understand how to take concepts and then extend and apply them in ways that are not exactly the way that it was presented or couched in our conversation. And so I'm just going to show you, I'm going to kind of help you to understand that a little bit as Justin shows this off.
Awesome. So I'm going to share my screen, and you are going to see this behind the scenes kind of, gross thing that's not a product. Okay. Your view is going to be much more beautiful. But this is what we get to look at. Okay. So let's say my prospect just said, That video you sent me was terrible. So confusing. Let's see what let's see how Ray handles that one. Wow, that's surprising. I've shared this video with many people and they found it helpful. I just double checked and I did send you the right link. You watched the link I sent you, right?
So if any of you are familiar with Ray's teaching on how to sort of have posture, that will feel very familiar. But again, like maybe in the actually, I know for a fact in many of his training videos, like he'll do this thing where he's like, hey, hold on a second. Hey, Jess, did they watch the right video? So like he's doing the phone version of that. And this is a different, like this is applying it in the way that makes sense within the context of how you're actually interacting with your prospect. So I love seeing how it's coming together like this.
So let's say the prospect said, yeah, I watched the video. I found it confusing. Wow, that's a first. I'm sorry to hear that. What were you hoping to see in the video that wasn't there? This will help me understand better.
Again, right? So what's happening here, right? You're getting your prospect to tell you what they actually care about. And most of the time, whatever the objection is that's going to come up, you actually like may even already be addressed in the video and they're just being whatever, right? But this is giving you the blueprint of what it is that they need to understand about your business to want to be part of it.
Let's see. The comp plan seemed really complicated. Let's try that. Comp plan seemed really complicated.
One other thing that I want you to pay attention to here, so often what happened, if this was you, what would happen? You would write like 5,000 words in response to the objection because you're just so scared of like saying the wrong thing that you just like, right? So notice how succinct every answer is. That's another key thing that I love about this.
Yeah, and Ray in his trainings talks about, posture through brevity, right? Like, you are busy, you have lots of things going on, you've got lots of customers to attend to. So he strongly favors brief answers, with the posture of a very busy person with a very successful business. So interesting, most people find it straightforward, but no worries, let's simplify it. What part of the comp plan did you find most confusing? The whole thing, honestly. Plus, I don't think I have time for this. Anyway, and by the way, hey Cheryl, if you see, if you guys want to put like an objection in the chat, I don't want you to think that I'm like, this is a play. Like I'm just riffing here. Okay. So if there's an objection that you want to throw at me, right, then please do. And that's kind of fun.
I love it.
Like what's something that stumps you, right? Time is precious. I get it. Just curious. When do you think you'll have more time? Because what I've noticed is that those who don't have time never do, unless they create passive income. Oh, that is just so good.
All right. So we've had a couple variations on this. So how about like, wait, is this one of those pyramid things?
Oh, nice one. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this a pyramid scheme?
There you
Yeah. What are you gonna do about that one, Ray?
go.
Pyramid scheme. That's a new one. We have a great product that I love and use. What do you mean by pyramid scheme?
So that's so good. Okay, so and this is a thing, right? So notice, and he talks about this as a principle in objection handling. When somebody says pyramid scheme, when they like, there's like a few things that they probably don't even know what a pyramid scheme actually is, or the difference between a pyramid scheme and a legit thing. Or I don't have time. Like, these are all ways of just trying to kind of like swat you away, but you then instead respond with like, okay, well, what do you actually mean? And you're totally postured. They don't actually have an answer for that, but you're doing it in a way that's curious and postured, instead of like, no, it's not a pyramid scheme. Your mom's a pyramid scheme, which is what I usually use. It just doesn't work that well.
And then, you know, here, let's just do one final one. That's what my husband said. I really need to talk to him about this first. Right? It was the husband who called it a pyramid, right?
Nice. There we go.
Yeah. That's a doozy. Absolutely, you should. Just remember, I invest a lot of time in helping you. I'd love to do that with someone who's all in. Make sure you're sure, okay? Like the confidence and of yeah, go ahead, dude.
No, it's just like the tables immediately turned, right? Like, oh yeah, for sure. I don't waste my time on people that are, that aren't, like, in the nicest possible way, but I don't waste my time on people that aren't going to pay attention to this because they're, too busy worrying about whatever everybody else thinks. So make sure you're sure before we proceed. Otherwise, I'm going to give my time to people who are serious about this. Like, that's such a different way of showing up. And it's not natural. Like, it's not natural for most of us until you have some experience to be able to show up in that way. And yes, you can hear the principles, but when it comes time to apply it, it still can just feel really scary and hard. And so what if instead of that, Ray is giving you exactly the right thing to say? And so you don't have to second guess yourself. You don't have to question, is this, am I being too rude? Am I being too whatever? Because this is exactly that. And one of the things I was going through, I was reviewing some of the material, and he was like, people will be like, oh, like, that's so aggressive. But really step back. There's nothing aggressive at all about anything that was there, right? It isn't aggressive. It's confident, and it's, I value my time because I am looking for people who are as serious about doing this as I am. And they don't have to do it full time. They can do it part-time. They can do it with a little time, whatever it is. But I'm looking for people that are really going to do this. And now people are trying to get into, they want to be on your team. They're trying to fight their way into your team, instead of you just feeling like this person that's kind of groveling for anyone who will sign up for your thing.
So I was just scanning the chat, and this is a great one. How much money have you made doing this? That's a great question. So tough, right? Answer, I'm just getting started, but people mentoring me have made millions. Right? It's not about where I am, it's about where we're going. Exciting, right?
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So good.
Like, deflect from your own personal results, because I'm at the beginning, but the people that I work with, like, it's wow. Like, guys,
can I answer one from Brett? Just asked a brilliant question, and I want. So, and this one's not a demo one, but Brett just said, hey, thousands of people are going to be using this feature. Will the Ray answers be duplicated for every person, or is it going to vary while still giving a genuine answer from him? And the answer is absolutely, it's the latter. And here's why. In the full version of this, you are going to be sharing your conversation with this thing. And so it will be able to pick up on the fact that this particular person who you're talking to loves cruise ships or cats or whatever it is. And so it is going to weave in the details of that conversation along with specifically picking up on what that person's objection or question or whatever it is. And it's going to fine tune that answer in a way that uses Ray's knowledge and doesn't deviate too far, because Ray said it this way because it works, but in a way that's very customized to the conversation.
So, yeah, I hope we're all starting to realize the magnitude of what's happening here, right? That what started as 20 minutes ago, we were pretty amazed by what our support, our Nowsite kind of support bot can do. But now we're starting to see how we can apply this to help you build your business, right? By sticking, the mind of Ray Higdon and everything that he's ever trained, having him right beside you, helping you craft the perfect responses to any situation. Like this is huge. This is absolutely huge. Think about how much this can help you, how much it can help people who don't have a lot of confidence in sales, right? Like combine the STAR system that we released last month. Everyone who uses it can have a real social media presence, a growing social media presence. Now that you've got an audience, you're starting conversation. Now you've got Ray Higdon sitting beside you, right? Like this, I mean, it's massive. So I'm excited. That's why I wanted to share this. I couldn't wait. That went really well.